But yeah, Miso's a really tricky map to play on because there's very few CSGs and it's just islands and water.
Apart from possibly orbital, you need everything.
Yeah.
And even now, I think you need orbital towards the
late
game. Towards the late game.
Without a shadowed doubt.
There's so much to concentrate on as well.
Mm.
Ooh, talking about T2 Naval Rush. That is interesting. I don't know whether it's viable, to be honest.
I don't think the rush is going to be necessarily, but it's certainly going to be a thing that we'll see, because there's just going to be so many other things that your eco is going to be needed to be invested in.
Hello, welcome everybody, I'm ZaphodX, and here we are with Game 5 in King of the Planet number 11. Eladea is already 4-0 ahead, but we are going to play all 5 games just to play them out, and I'm joined here by Marshall.
Hello there! So, Battle Bear on the northern spawn of Miso, one of the ranked ladder maps, going vehicle first. Seems to have set up a whole bunch more vehicles, so he's going to play for the island mainly, whereas Eladea on the south going vehicle air. So he's going to want to expand a lot faster than Battle Bear. So that's interesting already, the asymmetries are already there in their strategies.
Yep, so a pretty aggressive ground game, going 2 vehicle factories here for Battle Bear. We'll see how it pays off for him. Disrupting the early medal can help slow your opponent down, but of course if you allow them to get air out, then they can get their medal elsewhere. Got to be careful with that.
Yeah, but I want, because this map is so big, if you do find yourself confined to the island, you can always use unit cannons and slammers because they're submersible, but that's, you know, I doubt we'll see that at this level of play. That was only me when I was first testing the unit cannons, but even so, there's just so many different viable strategies on this, but I think we might see T2 towards the end as well.
People talking about Faber drops potentially. I would imagine certainly with the changes that we're going to see Pelicans. First Pelican now coming out from Battle Bear. No Pelicans yet from Eladea. Eladea does have his second vehicle factory down. Both players even on vehicle factories right now. Eladea leading by 1 mech, but trailing by 1 power gen, so very even.
Pelican really risky with the interceptors flying around. As long as they see that, the Pelican's going to go down. Oh, there's... So not only do they lose the Pelican, but also the engineer that was garrisoned inside it.
RIP. That was a pretty big win actually for Eladea. Right place at the right time.
Yeah. It also gives him a chance to expand of his own, but he hasn't built any air fabbers yet. So, excuse me, he hasn't built any air fabbers yet, so he's obviously not planning on doing that too aggressively just yet.
Yes, this is the other thing. If he is very aggressive and tries to dominate and does all this, but doesn't actually get his own air fabbers out to start building some of these mechs in the meantime, then he doesn't end up getting a huge advantage. But I guess he's going to go for the land maybe first before he starts expanding out to grab some of the other stuff. He does have 2 air factories, but we see 2 air factories as well from Battle Bear, and now going for a 3rd vehicle factory, so a little bit more production from Battle Bear, but trailing on the medal. If he doesn't get his medal up soon, he'll run into a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of metal right next to him, just there, that he hasn't claimed, and he can go and do that with his commander, and then transition to naval at the same time, because he's got 3 vehicle factories now, and that's equating that of Eladea, so he has the production, and he has 2 air factories as well, so he's definitely contesting air, and he just needs to press forward with a few fabricators and maybe even move into naval at this point.
Turrets and walls, giving a nice defensive position at the moment for Eladea, defends against that group pretty nicely. Both players right now sent a group of fighters to scout the mechs behind the bases, and both found that nothing has been built there yet.
Large group of fighters now from Eladea, getting up to 9.
Eladea heading straight down the middle path in towards the base, kind of slightly outnumbering with tanks at the moment if he gets into a decent confrontation here. Radar goes up, however, from Battle Bear, which will be helpful. Oh, and he's going to win this confrontation. Maybe take out the radar. Oh, he's going to take out the radar. Nice little win there, and it's putting the pressure on Battle Bear as well, calling the shots, and making it a little bit more difficult to grab these mechs that he's trying to grab right now.
Yeah, he's just going to push straight over there, and he's probably going to take out one of the fabricators as well, if not both of them, which is going to set Battlebear back again. Battlebear now moving his commander out forwards. What's he going to build with that? He's just building progressive vehicle factories, but of course he has queued them up in the forest, so it's going to take him time to clear the forestry with his commander walking all over the place.
Yeah, he's changed it now. Got up that first factory on the go. A little bit of scouting spots that engineer. He might not be able to get away now as he's chased down by the tanks. Eladea in the driving seat right now. Small lead in terms of medal.
Lots of air. Oh my goodness, Battlebear's air there finding itself completely out of position. All goes down as Eladea just bunches up, losing
so outnumbered
very few.
And bunched up. That was really bad for Battlebear. Ends up losing quite a few fighters now behind on the air game.
Indeed. And Eladea also moving into naval, but of course the space between where his naval factories are and where his naval needs to be is enormous.
So
and
this is interesting, because he's invested 2 factories as well. He's not just building one. This is, you know, quite a big move in towards the naval, all things considered, at minute 6. And building a couple of fabbers from there. And I agree with you. I really think they should be up towards the middle, like around here, or maybe even a bit further if you can manage it.
Yeah.
It just gives you a great staging ground for actually being more aggressive with those naval units.
But, I mean, if Battlebear can keep his scouting together, which unfortunately... Well, I mean, he has seen one of the naval factories. He hasn't seen both of them. But perhaps he's slightly distracted right now by all the tanks going around and the massive air blob that just keeps dominating the skies above his base, to be considering going into naval. But I think it would be a good idea. Especially just the odd narwhal around the place can really support and hold off bombers. But wow.
A couple of the ants sent around the left-hand side for the day were just really successful. They managed to take care of the mechs, the engineers, and the radar, and that turret as well, and forced all of those forces from Battlebear to move over there to deal with them, and now forcing them to move back and deal with this other threat coming in on the right-hand side. And Eladea really calling the shots and getting into all of the good confrontations.
And he's also expanding with naval fabbers as well, so he's going to get even more metal. Following his double metal right now, he's sitting on... Oh my, why is it fluctuating? Oh, he's probably got a combat fabber reclaiming stuff. Yes, he has, like, reclaiming stuff in the forest there, which is why his metal income is fluctuating so much. But there's a lot of forests here, so it's a good idea to reclaim all of that.
Yeah, investing in quite a few combat fabbers. The combat fabbers are so much cheaper now. They're almost like a third of the price. Still don't use any power for... giving you income, and of course if you're using them to clear the land, it now means he actually has like a nice amount of free space to build up a T2 factory or some more T1 factories without having to worry about reclaiming the trees and wasting time doing that.
Yeah, it's a really good move from him there, and he's got a couple of narwhals defending his expansions as well. And with Battlebear right now, he's just not scouting enough because he's so focused on making sure that he gets his fabricators out to his expansions and keeping on the micro in terms of the defense. But the air there from Eladea is just so dominant right now.
Yeah, he's overwhelmingly ahead in Battlebear. He has no medal. He has no medal, and that puts him in a deep hole. He is working on it. He's got 2 engineers moving around here trying to rebuild these mechs that were done. He doesn't have any units there to stop him from rebuilding those full mechs, which would be a nice win. Eladea's eco started slowing down a little bit. He's expanding with some of his naval fabbers over here.
I'm really surprised we haven't seen an air fabricator out from Eladea.
I'm surprised we haven't seen one from either player.
Well, I mean, I don't really mind Battlebear because...
Oh, we have. Here we go. Over there. Eladea's on it. He's got 3, so a big investment. They're going to build up those mechs really, really quickly. Fast movement speed between them all as well. Those mechs will go up pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that Battlebear hasn't, because look at all that air just hovering over his base, ticking off anything that comes out of the airfield. There are a couple of spinners there that are just going to keep picking off at the interceptors, so not the best placement for Eladea right now. I think that's just taunting more than anything else, as he only moves a small group away. This is like, hey, I've got air dominance, bask in my glory.
So combat fabbers on the fly, of course, can stop reclaiming for a second, get up some walls. Naturally, double walls or bust.
Yeah. Go big or go home. But Attlebay are actually doing alright now. He's expanding further forward with his factories, but he's still got a massive metal deficit and power deficit compared to Eladea. But he's playing aggressively with his commander and his factories, though, which is good to see. Good to see.
Yeah, Battlebay taking a little bit more of the game back. Cheeky Eladea trying to rebuild on his mechs. Going to get chased down. Might be able to get away. Rebuilding now docks in the middle as well, so switching up his units, that's interesting. What do you think he's going for the docks for here?
Maybe because he envisages that at this point Eladea's probably got expansions on the islands and might want to move around. But I'm surprised that he's building those factories so far out. I don't quite see his game plan. Plus the bombers are starting to come out from Eladea as well.
Yeah, he can definitely concentrate on the air game now.
I mean, the thing, you know, there's only so far the bot factories can go, because there's the docks and then there's the grenadiers, of course, but the boom bots are only so good as long as the commander is on land, if you want to snipe. And he's so close to the coastline that he goes like, ooh, I smell some boom bots, I'm gonna get myself safe, and hops into the water.
Yeah, I don't think he was going for the boom bots. They're always the fullback action, but we can see here going for the combat fabbers and the grenadiers. I think he's going to go for that wall and grenadier combo. And
but don't forget, he's also
mix
got tanks there. Combat fabbers plus tanks. Those can keep them tanks alive.
Narwhals at the back of the base. Not nice.
That's gonna.
Unless you have multiple pelters ready, you're not going to stop them. There's no way your bombers are going to help.
And now Battlebear realises he neglected naval for too long. Because there is a significant naval force out now. It is spaced around and they do move slowly, but it is significant, and the T2 naval is almost complete as well. So yeah, it's starting to get to the point where Eladea controls everything but Battlebear's little base right now, and he's, as we can see if we zoom out, you can sort of see him being gradually more and more encircled, losing his expansion opportunities because of losing the air game. And oh my goodness, the expansion here from Eladea. Wow. He's claimed all of it.
Yep. Greedy, greedy.
Legion's going down as well. Oh, the stalling
as well, just in case there's any expansion that's been going on.
Yeah. Never lets his guard down, which is good.
Oh,
Never.
Great walls coming out from Battlebear.
Yeah.
Loses much less forces than he should have done here.
And the combat fabbers not only
double
walls,
walls,
but only
double
also
walls.
I was going to say, because not only do they build walls, but they also keep them alive as well by healing them. But the combat fabber now finding itself on the front lines, not the best place for it, but it survives nonetheless. Wait, where did all the walls go?
He destroyed them. They ripped down the walls, Marshall. They said enough is enough.
I don't...
Well,
can combat fabbers reclaim walls? Because he can move his combat fabbers in against Eladea's walls and start reclaiming them from the middle of his tank
pretty
force.
sure they can. I think they can reclaim anything, Marshall. So, like, they can be useful for reclaiming naval units, I've heard, because they're now amphibious.
Oh, combat fabbers are amphibious?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It's pretty cool. So, oh my gosh, why do we combat fabbers in naval groups, right? Not only do they repair your naval forces, which is strong as hell because they're quite slow
but they
relative
can
to
also
other
build
units,
walls.
but they can build walls.
Oh,
Walls.
wow. We're talking
Imagine
as if
that's a
walls
nightmare.
are just the bane of everyone's life.
Well, they are super strong. Usually you need an engineer out, but when you've got like a combat fabber, it's like a bit easier, isn't it? And they got longer range as well, which is particularly powerful for building walls.
Oh my giddy goodness, the army tab. Whoo-wee! 20 factories to 8, 180 to 70.
T2 naval. It's nothing.
The Leviathan there as well, just wrecking. Well, I was going to say wrecking, but the walls!
Yeah, it's got
And the
double
combat
walls.
fans.
He's not worried about the Leviathan. It's got double walls. And look, legit, legit the double walls was saving him.
Well, they was losing a few forces. They weren't saving him completely. Oh,
Maybe.
there we go.
But I saw them hitting the first wall and then the second wall tanked the rest of it. It's kind of beautiful.
Finish it with a bang, says Battle Bear. What's he planning? I don't know, bomber snipe, perhaps? Eladeo's just like, wait, did I miss a nuke? Yeah, looking at his eco, he has not got any chance of building a nuke. But the combat fab is still there with the walls. Will the combat fab survive? In come the bombers. No, the combat fab goes down, and all of the grenadiers. Oh, the carpet bombing.
They almost destroyed the walls though with that many bombs. Holy!
Oh, it's like a lawnmower. It's just chews everything.
Oh, are they going to come in for the snipe? Yes, they are.
Yeah.
2 pass?
It's no, one
pass.
Get good at calling these passes, Zaphod.
Shut up, Marshall. I can mute you. And then the stream will just think that you've shut up.
You owe me a scone.
GG!
GG's. Well played to both players. Oh, it was amusing. But there we are. There's the end of King of the Planet 11.
Indeed. Congratulations to Aladea.
Right, in they come.
Yo, what's
Hi
up?
guys.
Hello. Hey.
How's it going?
Did you know that cats can travel at a top speed of approximately 50 kilometers per hour?
50 kilometers per hour?
Yeah.
Is that an African or European cat?
What, do you want me to give another one? It's quite silent.
Well, I was expecting a second one.
Oh. Did you know that cats have 53 vertebrae? That's why their back is really, really flexible.
I did. Funnily enough, I actually did know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Are you a veterinarian?
No, my grandparents liked cats a lot.
Did you know that when dogs poop, they prefer to do it in alignment with the Earth's magnetic field?
Oh, I think you made that one up.
No, you can look it up. That one's true. I saw it on BuzzFeed. So, proof. Hold on, let me edit it into Wikipedia.
Illuminati dogs confirmed.
So,
Are you
Aladea,
seriously looking this up?
is there anyone that can beat you, Aladea?
There are some. Like I thought Battle Bear was pretty close some of the games. Some other of the really good players are Yags, Burnt Custard. There's this new guy called Eshes or something. I can't remember what his name is, but he's pretty good. It's like rank 17 or something. And then
Ashes,
also
he's from
Neptunio.
Subcom.
Oh, so you know who he is?
Yeah, I didn't know he played PA.
I played him the other day. He's really good.
Yeah, he's a good Subcom player.
Yeah, but I would say mostly Yags. He's probably the best contender.
I agree.
So, did you know that a Greyhound can run as fast as 45 miles an hour? Which is faster than 50 kilometers an hour. So just saying, dogs are faster than cats.
It's not a competition, Zaphod.
Well, it kind of is, if we're honest.
Cats are fluffier. Especially the Nordic ones.
What about those dogs that look like mops? They're pretty fluffy. Yeah?
They're not
Take
as
that
soft.
science. You can't explain that with atheism.
Did you know that giraffes had long necks just so they can fight?
What?
Did you know that there's a type of dog which resembles a scone?
Show me. Picture it
God.
didn't happen.
Now I know how annoying these cat facts are.
Alright, good games.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
really
guys.
enjoyed playing.
Yeah.
Too bad I wasn't a match for holiday, but I did my best.
It did.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, some of them were pretty close. You could definitely have won the sticks in the Forge one.
Maybe. I didn't, so
You just needed more cat facts.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe should have trained them more as well. Made some own maps.
Hmm. Like I
Yeah,
heard a
it's always
rumor
nice
that
when
you
you
had.
see your custom-made maps.
Yeah,
Remember before you did some pretty cool things.
I heard a rumor that you had like 5-planet system or something crazy.
Who?
Me?
Battle Bear?
Yeah, Battle Bear.
The last time I touched the system editor was months ago.
I think that's Guest's 5-planet system, World of Tomorrow. I think it's got crazy stuff in it. Collision cube and all sorts.
Oh, that one. I should actually start doing that because I quite like building maps, and now that the system editor is more fleshed out, it can work. The last time I did it, actually, there were too many bugs for me to work with, so I just stopped. But yeah, the bugs are fixed. I'll definitely go and make some maps.
Anyway, I think that about wraps it up.
Yep.
Hmm.
We'll say goodbye to you guys. Elodea, we will no doubt see you again. Maybe we'll invite you back for some analyst Battle Bear. We'll evaluate your performance.
Oh yeah.
We'll review your CV.
A lot needs to be improved. A lot.
Alright, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.